So just a basic demonstration to show that this has low friction. So, okay. Yeah, I think that's about 15 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's gradually turning that way, so something's not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so it's 15 every time, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exactly the same every time, of course. I think I shall now add the extra weight. It was already 2 kilograms, so now I've weighted it down another 2 kilograms. Again, I think that was 10, almost 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 versus 15. I'm sure somebody who's good at mathematics can work something out from that about the ratio when we've doubled the mass. I'm guessing it's that 0.707 thing, isn't it now? I'm guessing that's going to work out at 0.707 of the speed when it was half this mass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just about 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. 11 versus 15. before, wasn't it? I'm quite surprised to find out that that 0.707 thing actually worked out quite well. So there clearly is an RMS type, root mean squared type relationship between the ratios of these two different test runs carrying two different masses. I don't know why though, because I'm no good at mathematics. I'm in no position to explain it all. But it is a kind of an instinctive thing, isn't it? Really, that this RMS value, the root mean squared, it's the same with electricity. It's not the average value, is it? It's the root mean squared value. Interesting though, isn't it? That it follows this law quite precisely as far as we can determine. So I've just done the calculation, divided 15.5 because because the trolley always ends up half. It's always 15 and a half, really, isn't it? So I've divided 15.5 because the trolley always ends up halfway across on the 15th run, after the 15th run. Then divided by 11, and that works out to 0.709. I'm quite surprised how close that is to 0.707, the RMS thing, the root mean squared value. I wish I knew the mathematics, to be honest. It's too late in life for me to take on all that, really, to be honest. I should have learnt it when I was a kid, and I didn't. I think that's Gary's downfall, the same as me, really. So I think people who are good at mathematics tend to have an easier time of comprehending all these relationships. To me, it comes as a bit of a surprise. It's a new thing for me. I'm learning as I go, but there's a limit how much I want to learn about this subject. I'm only really getting into this really just to challenge Gary's nonsense. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm not really particularly interested in the laws of mechanics. It's not really my fascination. It's interesting up to a point, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to make a study of it. I don't want to sit there for hours, doing exercises. I'm just interested in doing this because I know Gary is a lying, cheating scoundrel, a moron who is so obnoxious and vile in character, so lacking in integrity, and yet goes around lying to the world that he's the only person on the planet who has any integrity. How the fuck did he work that out? It just fires me up and makes me want to sort of say, well, come on then, Gary. You just throw as many challenges at me as you want, and I will show you every time that the odds are that you were talking utter bullshit. Because so far, every single challenge I take on of his turns out to be complete and utter bullshit. His ideas are complete bullshit. So just because I don't upload them doesn't mean I haven't done them. I find it quite amusing that Gary keeps trying to put pressure on me to upload stuff when I'm either not ready or can't be bothered, or I've got better things to do sometimes. It's kind of fun watching him squirm and keep moaning about me not having done it, saying I promised a month ago. Well, I did. Yeah, he's right there. I promised a month ago. Sometimes, with the best will in the world, we don't necessarily want to upload something that we thought was our best work. When we then find out, I can do it even better, then you end up delaying and delaying and delaying. Should I do the calculation just to show you? So 11 divided by 15.5 equals 0.709, isn't it? Yeah, 0.7096. That's lovely and close to 0.707. I'm quite pleased about that. There you go. 0.707. So sometimes, Gary, physics is instinctive. That's the word. No, intuitive, that's the word. Yeah, so sometimes physics is intuitive, Gary. Sometimes you can anticipate what's going to happen, but you have to check. My problem is I don't understand why. I'm open to admitting I don't understand why. It's not my subject. It's interesting, isn't it? It could be just coincidence, but I don't think so. I need to ask somebody like Mindless Marbles, Piro, anybody else who might be able to shed some light on it. But I don't really want to get into the mathematics, if I'm honest. I've got too many things on my plate to get bogged down in pretending to understand mathematics that I don't really. It's too late in life for me. I'm more happy to see things play out in the physical world That's good enough for me. Thank you for listening, folks. Another filthy experiment, according to Gary. What an idiot. What's filthy about this? Should I make it filthy? Is that what Gary wants? I bet Gary would secretly like it, really. If I made this experiment filthy, I mean proper dirty, you know what I mean? Dirty. He'd fucking love it. See, he pretends to be all goody two shoes and prudish. Puts a little bit of entertainment on here for him. Something to distract him. Just the same way as those young girls in Walter Lewin's audience distracted him. Doesn't take much, does it? Doesn't take much, does it? I love how he pretends to be a feminist. Gary, a feminist.